So I'm about to show you a great natural remedy for pain. I'm going to show you everything from how to make it to how to take it. Now, since we're making an all-natural pain reliever, the first thing you're going to need is some plants. You're not going to need as many as you think. The first thing you're going to need is some plantain. Plantain looks like this, only not cut at the top. It's going to look kind of like a spade from a card. I want you to grab 6 really good sized leaves of plantain, 6 of them. Next, we need a white oak tree. Now, if you don't know what that is, easy enough. Go get a plant identification app. One of the best ones to use would be Plantain. You see how white oak has bark that's kind of flaky? You're going to grab a chunk and just take it off. Don't damage the tree. There's no reason to. You're going to take a chunk about this big. You don't really need much because you're just going to be making one tincture. The next thing you're going to want is some dandelion leaves. You want to make sure that they're pretty good size. You get 6 dandelion leaves is what you need. Yes, I said dandelion. And then I need you to get 6 leaves of this plant here. This is called wild lettuce or prickly lettuce. It's easy to distinguish because it has those spines on the underside of the leaf. This is not the only version of wild lettuce. So again, that plant identification app will go to help you really well. You want to get at least as many leaves as you did the plantain. So grab 6 of them and just take them off the stalk. You can actually reharvest this like you would lettuce throughout the year. Grab 6 of those. Then you're going to need some burdock. Burdock is going to look like this, these big leafy plants, and you need to get the root of it. So that means you're going to have to dig it up. You want to get as much root as you have bark of that tree. Now that we have all of our herbs, we need to weigh them. You need to weigh them while they're still wet. So you can grab all your herbs and you're going to throw them in a bowl and weigh them on a kitchen scale. This weighs out at 38 grams. Put them in the sink and rinse them off really well with cold water. You can just scrub it with like a food brush, or if you have one of the little copper brushes, those will work well too. With the root, you just want to make sure you get all the dirt off. You don't have to skin it. When it comes to the bark, you want to make sure to get rid of all that green stuff. So you might have to use a copper brush, but scrub that off really well. You're going to just get all that green stuff off of there when you rinse it. So now that you have everything washed, we're going to go ahead and just let it set for like an hour to dry. As you can see, here's my oak bark. I've gotten all that lichen off of it. There's my burdock root. I washed it off. The outer skin is still on there. So go ahead and slice the leaves up. You're going to just slice them you don't have to make them super fine because we're going to do something a bit different with this. Just kind of slice them like this because the next step is going to make more sense. With the burdock, this is going to cut just exactly like a carrot. So you can dice it. I'll probably cut it in half first. And then you dice it into smaller chunks, just like that. Cuts just like a carrot. With this, you can either use scissors or garden shears, and go ahead and chop that up into the smallest chunks you can as well. Now I did say that if you didn't have these herbs, I still got you. You can get these herbs either on eBay or on Etsy. They're relatively cheap. You want to buy them by the ounce. And I'm going to give you the recipe for that right here. So once you have that all ground up, you see everything is ground up pretty fine, go ahead and put them in a blender. I have one of these little mini hand blenders. You can use a regular blender, you can use a food processor, but if it has a wide base, you may not get the result you're looking for. So best result you're going to get is either using a blender or a small smoothie maker / hand blender. Once you have that in your blender, you need 7 ounces of vodka. Vodka in particular. You need it to be about 200 milliliters. If you're going to use the other part of the measurement, 7 ounces or 200 milliliters, you're going to add that directly to your tincture. And I know it doesn't look like it's going to cover everything, but guess what? We're about ready to grind it up, and it's going to lower the surface area of all the plants. So after everything's all ground up, you're going to take the blend and just pour it in a jar. Make sure the jar is sealable. You can use an old pickle jar, you can use an old salsa jar, whatever. You won't need anything bigger than about an 8-ounce jar if you made it to these specifications. Once it's on there, you're going to keep it in this jar for 2 to 3 weeks. 2 weeks will do, 3 weeks is better. When you go to dose it, you're going to use just a regular dropper, and you do 10 to 15 drops for an adult, 5 to 10 drops for a child, okay? Now, once you strain this, you can use a coffee filter, you can use an old cotton t-shirt and squeeze out as much of it as you can. It'll stay good for virtually ever. It's not going to have a shelf life, it's not really going to go bad. And because it's herbal medicine, don't expect instant gratification. It's not going to act like an opioid, right? It's going to help to relieve the pain about every 4 hours. If you take it over time, you'll notice that the inflammation goes down, the pain will start to go away, and it'll be more of a gradual. It's not going to be instantaneous. But if you had any questions on this, or if you thought this video was helpful, make sure you let me know in the comments.